I've started the stream and we are live right now, right about now. Let's see. এখানে এখন দেখাচ্ছে না. Okay, we are live. So wait, just a minute. Say something. So I think ঠিক আছে. That is me. Okay, works. না কেন স্টার্ট হয়ে গেছে. নোটিফিকেশনটা আই থিঙ্ক আসবে না. ওকে, আমি তোকে ভিডিও ইউআরএলটা পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি. কম্পিউটার করে যাচ্ছে, এত কিছু নিতে পারছে না, বলছে আমার উপরে এত অত্যাচার, এত. হ্যাঁ, ল্যাপটপে করছি, আমি কত কিছু করছি বলতে. আমি জুমে মিটিং চালাচ্ছি, আমি স্ট্রিম করছি, ওবিএস এ রেকর্ড করছি, অনেক কিছু হচ্ছে একসঙ্গে. আবার 1080p. এ বাবা, আমার ব্রাউজার হয়ে গেছে. হ্যাঁ হয়ে গেছে, ওইটা হয়ে গেছে, আমি দেখেছি. লিঙ্কটা পাঠাচ্ছি. গুগল ডুও এখনো খোলা আছে. Okay, just wait a minute. I think আমার আবার ইয়েটা হয়ে. I cannot minimize this because that will end this. So আমি তোকে পাঠাচ্ছি, ততক্ষণে তুই বল. পরীক্ষা তো হয়ে গেল, সো কি করছিস সেটা বল এখন. রাইট, গুড. আমার আওয়াজ পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না? ও, কিন্তু এটা তো এইটার আওয়াজ. ওকে, মেবি ইউ ক্যান নট সি, বাট এটা তো আমার ফোনের আওয়াজ, ফোন থেকে আসছে. সো দেখছি আমি. হ্যাঁ, ওকে, আমি সেটাই করছি. আমি আগে তোকে ইয়েটা পাঠিয়ে দিই, লিঙ্কটা, ইউআরএল. সেটাই আমি পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছি তোকে. পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছি ওইটা. স্পটিফাই কেন চলছে আমার? লাইভ আছে. সো উই আর লাইভ না? শুনতে যাচ্ছিস তো? ওকে, লিঙ্ক হ্যাজ নট কাম মানে আমি তো পাঠালাম. ধুর, প্লিজ. কি হলো, ওটা কি চলে গেছে তো? না, এক মিনিট, যাইনি কেন? এটা তো জুমের লিঙ্ক. কাম অন. wait, there's 22% drop frames. So this is not the most high quality video, but anyways, और আমি কি বলছি সেই এটা লাগাতে, হেডফোন লাগাতে। Let me just put on the headphone. See if you can hear me now. Okay. I think এখন তুই নিজেকেও শুনতে পাচ্ছিস না? Okay. আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। So দাঁড়া, পেয়েছিস? ওটা পাসনি তো? আমি তো হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে পাঠালাম, হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ ডেস্কটপ থেকে। জানি পাঠাচ্ছি আমি। বল যে ঋষভ বদমাইশি করে পাঠাচ্ছে না। ও এখানে কেন আমি খুলে গেছি? না এখানেই তো খুলে গেছে। Sending you the link in Telegram. অলরেডি পাঠিয়েছিলাম আমি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে, আমি জানি না কেন হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে গেল না। প্রাইভেট কেন? I cannot do it anymore. By the way, তুই ব্রহ্মাস্ত্র দেখতে যাবি? গুড। যাস না, পেরেন্টসদের সঙ্গে যাস না, বন্ধুদের সঙ্গে যা। আমি জানি করছি, দাঁড়া আমি করিনি এখনো, টাইম লাগছে আমার। I'm slow in a few things, fast in a few. I know how to be slow in few things.
You're fast in studies, very fast in studies, very fast.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Wait, কি করে করতে হয়? আমি লিটারালি জানি না কি করে করতে, আমি নিজে থেকে করছি। ওকে আমি পেয়েছি। ওকে দাঁড়া, না পেয়েছি আমি, হ্যাঁ পেয়েছি। Okay, just a minute, দাঁড়া। It will go public in a second. Wait. এই যে, it will go public. Now we have done it. Okay. Done. So to the viewers, now the actual stream is starting. Yes, it is done. Yes. start, I guess. So, right. Your voice is coming quite clearly, I can say that. Say something. Okay. That should be good enough because. Okay, now say something. Can you hear me in the video? No, in the live stream. Can you hear me in the live stream? Okay, let me do something. I'll mute myself in both the places. So I'll mute myself here and here. And you just say you can. Alright. Okay, now it's not letting me mute. So I'll mute myself here. Okay, so now can you hear me? Can you hear yourself? Okay. So okay. So I know that for a few seconds our video will go and I intentionally did it. Anyways, because I didn't want this to again. Okay, this is it. I cannot do anything about this. So we should probably go with the elephant in the room. So, how was the chemistry exam? That's the elephant in the room. To us, that is the elephant in the room. Right. Okay, let us keep our personal opinions to ourselves because that is what it is. Opinions. How do you example opinions? Okay. Now let us go to some facts that we do know about that we wanted to discuss, give our personal opinions about. And let me just say, even though yes, I 100% believe that these are facts, I have not personally gone and verified it from any source that I personally know. These are all just news articles, so everything I say will be stated directly from a news article. If my interpretation does end up becoming something that is incorrect, that is not my fault. Essentially, your word that everything you hear in this video right here, take it with a grain of salt, and let's get on with the video and on with the stream. So I would like to ask you, Shom, that what do you think this means? What do you think it means to the students, not just the ones who are preparing for the exam, but the ones who are not? Because I know that you are not especially preparing for this exam, you are preparing much for your board. So what does it mean to you and possibly others like you? So I'm personally preparing from class 11, but I do know a great many people who are preparing from class 10. But I would like to say that even the people who do prepare from class 10, in any institute you study or anything, the institute will not make you do the actual 11th, 12th syllabus. It is the students who complete the 10th and 9th syllabus way before the time, before even their institutes get to it, and then they finish. I personally know a boy who has finished his 11th and his 12th in 11th, means in 10th and 11th combined he finished his 11th and 12th completely, and right now in 12th he literally joined around 7 coachings, and he does not go to school, he does not have to worry about anything else. He has joined 7 coachings, and he goes to those 7 coachings and does practice, and he's only practicing for the last however many months in class 12, because he has finished the 11th and 12th in his 11th. Anyways, that is not the fact we are talking about today. Today we are talking about how this affects so first I want to actually address how it affects the students who are not exclusively preparing for this exam, because yes, obviously to the ones who were exclusively preparing for this exam, including me, it is definitely a blow, but I would like to hear your perspective. Is it to some extent, a good thing maybe?
Yeah, it's for us. I am preparing for boards, and daily I am preparing very less, and boards I am very focused on the boards. You are particularly focusing on the daily, and you are focused in the area you can be very clear boards. And I think for us, it's not a thing of matter. Okay, it doesn't matter us because, but still, okay, let's.
So if anybody is wondering what are some implications for so while SRC is gonna just explain, if somebody is wondering what are the implications of this, so the major implication is that there will be one exam. Essentially, what the news is, if you have not heard, I will just tell it to you. Basically, UGC has proposed. It's not done yet, so don't think and go and that it's done. No, and I believe I'll get to it much later, but I believe it will not be done. I believe that it's just something that UGC is proposing, and we have seen hundreds of times how UGC proposes hundreds of things and they never follow through. We have also seen hundreds of times how UGC does propose something stupendous, and then they do that thing, and they do follow through on the stupendous things. So let's see if they do follow through in this. But basically what is happening is UGC is proposing to merge the NEET and JEE exams into the CUET exam. So what are the implications of this? The first implication is there will be one exam, right? So there will not be the 3 separate exams. Obviously, that's one implication. The second implication that we will see is that the competition will actually rise, and I'll explain that on how it will, but for now, yes, that is something that will happen, that the competition will rise. The third implication we are looking at here is that since they're shutting down, if they do indeed go through with this, if they're shutting down the NEET and JEE exams, CUET will be accompanied by, and hear this out, this is something that Kumar, that is, I don't remember his, Mr. Kumar, who is the chairperson at UGC, he has given out this information, everything I say, as per News 18 and Times of India, he has given out these information. So Mr. Kumar says that there will be marks of boards will be included in the UGC. So not the UGC, means the marks of board will be included in the CUET. Now this is not confirmed, because I could not confirm this, because some places it is given whilst other places it's not. So especially this point that the marks of boards will be included, take that with a grain of salt, because I don't think that will be done. There's a reason. I'll again explain everything I say with proper reasons, but yeah, I don't think the marks of boards will be included in CUET, but it's possible that it is later on, so we don't know really. Okay. Another implication I just want to say is that it will be much easier. The exam is much easier as we know it from JEE and NEET, and yeah, means see, it's depend on how you define easier and harder, because as it is, as I was just said, the first implication is that the competition will rise, right? So I'm talking about just like getting full marks in the exam will get easier, but that does not mean that the competition will be lower. It will be easier for you to get very good marks, right? So easier, I'm just trying to say that to get full marks in this exam, it will be easier, but for you to get a very good rank, or for you to get into a very good college with the exam, that might not be easier. Rather, I think the inverse of that will happen, right? So it will become much harder. Now, another possible thing you have to worry about is that rather than unifying everything under one exam like they are planning to, they might just divide everything into several other multiple exams. Means one of the examples I just want to give is that major colleges even now, right? You know, this year is the first year CUET is being conducted, and I just have to say, Government of India Education, right? Education ministers, you're not doing your job, because CUET this year has been a hellfire, right? Okay, I don't know it firsthand. I didn't even know it, but yesterday one of my sisters, she told me about it, and well, I was blown away to see that how mismanaged an exam can be. This is what, how mismanaged an exam can be, CUET, right? And so they cannot manage this, and now they want to kind of amplify the load of students who will be coming into CUET. Anyway, so those are the possible implications of merging. Now again, I will show him. Tell me, what do you think will happen? Do you think it will actually go through? Will UGC really go through with this?
No, I really don't think that UGC will accept this proposal.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Because since CUET is a new exam, it's not about it's a very new exam, and
2022, right?
Our JEE and NEET exams have been conducted for the past 20 years or 30 years.
Okay, I'll just stop you right there to just add one thing. JEE has been, as it is, as we are giving JEE main, the exam has been conducted, I believe from 2016 onwards. So I just wanted to add that, because before that it was AIEEE, and before that I think every state had its own exam. I don't exactly know, but yeah, I did hear once that JEE as we know it, JEE main, has been conducted from 2016 onwards. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, but still the JEE and the NEET exam has a thing that a CUET exam doesn't have. So I don't think a CUET exam will include this JEE and NEET, and where this one exam will be made and where all students will apply for this exam. I don't really think, because maintaining so much chaos in one exam, it's not possible. I think that 20 or 30 lakh students will give that exam. Probably 10 lakhs
See, as it is, I'll give some numbers to you, okay, and you tell me what you think about it. As it is, total JEE, NEET and CUET combined, okay, so it's like all of them, A or B or C, like that. So everything combined, there are 43 lakh 43 lakh students, right, throughout India who are giving this exam. Now obviously there's a lot of people who are giving NEET also and JEE also and CUET, right? So my prediction, because 11 lakh students this year are giving CUET, I believe about 4 lakh of those will be people who have already given JEE, because we are specifically talking about JEE. Neither of us have any knowledge about NEET, so I don't think neither of us should talk about NEET. So about 4 lakh of those students, I believe, have also given JEE, right? So I think when they're combining JEE, NEET and CUET, it would come up to, now these are not numbers that I've researched, these are just numbers I am coming up with within my head from the general trend I've seen, okay? So these are not researched or well equipped numbers, these are just numbers I'm coming up with. But I believe that there will be at least 20 to 23 lakh students who will give the CUET exam if it does happen. And again, I'd like to bring it to the light that if even with 11 lakh students, the NDA has not been able to conduct CUET in a proper manner, right? And then education ministers are not bothered with it. I've not seen any news channel or media even are not bothered with it, because I've never seen anyone really raise out and say that no, this time CUET was a massive disaster. Not a single person. And I think this is just the cherry on the cake for them. Like, first they don't even agree that yes, it was a disaster, and it is a disaster this year what happened at CUET. There was a lot of harassment for students, and I will actually okay. So basically, and now they're trying to merge even more students and kind of amplify the load even more. How is that making any sense to anyone? I don't think it makes sense. Do you? I don't think so.
Never. I also don't think it can make sense.
There is another possible implication I forgot to mention. CUET focuses on CBSE syllabus, and it focuses on the 12th syllabus only.
Yes.
So that will definitely be a case that it will become.
And JEE and NEET for 11th, 12th, 4th. So how would that?
Yeah. One of the things about JEE exam, I will tell you something. One of the things about JEE exam is JEE is trying to determine something else, NEET is trying to determine something else, and CUET, I don't know what it's trying to determine, so I don't know anything about that. Now, what I've heard from my teachers, this is what I'm telling you. So again, nothing that I am making up, this is something I've heard from my teachers all around. NEET is trying to, yeah, okay, so we'll take 10 more minutes. After that, we'll take a little break. Okay, NEET is trying to test your accuracy and timing, right? Time management and all that.
Yes.
And how fast and how much stress you can take on at that time. JEE is trying to see how much conceptually you can do, how hard sums and hard problems, and it's trying to see that. So yeah, like they're trying to see how much you can apply the logic and
Yes.
So their vision is very different. I don't think they even go together. Another thing is the type of questions. Let's come to that. The reason JEE has, many people say, oh, JEE has hard problems. Actually, they don't. Like, you can literally go in with the knowledge that you have for your boards, and you can apply to the problems, and they will be easy problems. Why do we feel like it's hard? This is again something my teacher pointed out to me. We feel that the problems are harder in JEE because those are not known problems. Like when we go in for boards, the type of problem and the pattern of the problem is very much known to us. In JEE, the type and pattern of problem is not known to us, and that is the reason. That is one of the major reasons why we feel that it is harder. And again, this is because that is what JEE is trying to achieve, right? They're trying to test our on-the-spot thinking. They're trying to decide on our mental capacity. And I'm not sure that CUET will go through with that. So, what is your opinion on this?
One I have seen in the syllabus of the CUET, in the last one there is general knowledge, and one part is logical thinking and thinking with the part of the CUET. For 50 questions is there. How many marks I don't know, but 50 questions are there. So one part is also there.
Logical thinking is different.
Not like JEE problems. Not calendar.
I know logical. Wait, just wait.
Olympiad. I think like Olympiad. I'm not seeing the questions. I think like Olympiad. I saw a question comes in right. So as you can see, Rishabh is now on visuals.
Yeah, so I went to actually look for a book. Okay, I have several books on general knowledge and logical thinking.
Yes,
So yeah, sorry.
I was thinking that the general knowledge and logical thinking questions are like Olympiad.
No, not at all. Not at all. They're not. No. Those are the easy questions, quite easy questions. Actually, those they all have a pattern, and those questions have to be done within your very less than 30 seconds. Those have to be done because my sister has given a lot of entrance exams. I know bit of how and what kind of patterns different entrance exams have, like UPSC, this, that. Okay, so the questions look difficult. Yes, they do, but even we can do that with enough knowledge. And I've done several of the logical thinking and this and that. They have encryptions. Like they'll give you a word and they'll say this word is encrypted into this. Then what is the word behind this encryption, or what will be the encryption behind this word? Okay, and you have to find out things like that. They will give you, okay, if Ram has 7 sons and this, that, and that kind of problem, right? I have not seen the syllabus, that is why I was telling you the type of problems. Is that the type of problems? That is the type of problems? See, because if that is the type of problems, then those, they are not for your logical thinking.
Yes. What you said later, I think, was series, analogy, verbal reasoning, logical Venn diagram, alphabet test.
Yeah.
Okay, understood.
So those are not very difficult. Like,
Yes.
right, and general knowledge, yes, general knowledge is difficult. I mean, those are difficult. I'm not trying to say those are not difficult. Don't think I'm trying to say that.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is, like, it's not achieving the same result as what
As we are going at
yeah. So that's not the same result that is being achieved. So definitely that is a problem. And another thing I just want to say is that nothing has been said of JEE Advanced, and plus my sister who is at IIT, I asked her to go and confirm it or anything if there is any talks about it, and she said that there are no talks about it or anything. Rather, they are still going to take the JEE Advanced this year and next year. So there's preparation for that. Means 2023 JEE Advanced preparation is still going on for that, right? Because the counseling and all. So they're preparing for this year. They'll prepare for next year also. There's no plan on that, and I knew that. I knew that already, right? Because there can never be any other exam other than IIT JEE for IITs. If you want to go to IITs, you have to give the IIT JEE. That exam has been going on for 40 years or more. I think around 50 years now. Right? That same a single exam. So that is not going anywhere. So we're just talking about JEE Main. Your JEE Main is potentially can be replaced. Potentially, the word potentially is required because I don't know. Like, will it be replaced? I don't think so. Like, there's another reason I don't think so is because the coaching industry. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry that brings in quite a lot of revenue, and I think that is what they can still do it, because see, they're not actually saying that okay, we are introducing board exam and you just go and give the boards and everything will be done according to boards. No, they brought in the CUET because of that, right? They brought in this CUET because they knew that the coaching industry would collapse otherwise. But to be honest, even then, even if you merge it into CUET, no coaching institute at this moment is focusing on CUET, neither will. In the case you say that okay, we will merge it into JEE and NEET will merge into CUET, what the coaching institutes will do, I'm pretty sure they will do this. I'm pretty sure they will do this, is they will have a few batches and all for CUET. Definitely that will be the case, but mostly they will still prepare their students for JEE Advanced, and they will still prepare the students for Olympiads, and KVPI is banned, right? Means banned, not it's not there anymore, it's dead, right? Another thing, right? Let's talk about that also, right? KVPI. I was so looking forward to giving that exam. I was preparing, I was solving like the last 14 years. And all of a sudden one day, I go to school and one of my friend comes up to me and says that, oh no, it's not there anymore. It's like dead. I'm like, what? Actually, it was Pandan who said it. No, it was not. I think it was Karan. It was Karan who said it to me. that KVPY is abolished. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like KVPY, how can that be abolished? And it turns out, yes, it is absolutely abolished. Yeah? Can you please repeat? That was that was actually easy, right? So the 2021 exam, which was supposed to be conducted in or around November 2021, it was delayed and it was conducted in a few months ago, right? So I don't remember exactly when it was conducted because I forgot. And many of my friends and yeah, 22nd. And yeah, I remember that because many of my friends had their exam the next day and they came to coaching and they were like, asking the problems and all from the teacher. Yeah, so they were quite excited because they were the last batch who gave the KVPI exam, and one of my friends who got quite a good rank, and he was like, oh, I'll be the last one to enter IISc from KVPI. He actually got under 100 rank. He got he got under 100 rank. But yeah, definitely not first, second that, but he got under 100 rank. Decent rank he got, and he said that he will get into IISc with that rank. Anyways, see, that got abolished, right? KVPI got abolished. Now the CVT, I'm feeling like, and I was seeing physics Alexei Ashish Arora sir's video. Okay, so just just wait. Wait a minute, guys. We will be back in a minute. We will be back in a minute. Just wait a minute. By the way, are there any viewers? I don't think they are, right? You know what? I should have. Oh. Someone has to check if you can enter with the same link. Invalid. Okay, yeah, I think I was talking about this really constantly. Okay, what happens will happen later. Right now, I'm very much not in this minute. Okay, because I honestly am saying, in a way, everything is against me, but I still feel that I still feel. Oh shit. See. Wait, there was a problem actually that as well. What? Okay. Yeah, wait, just wait a minute. See, that is nothing to be done actually. That is problem from your end. I cannot do anything. Oh, okay. My voice also. No, means my voice also. Wait, I'm sending you the link. Okay, I've sent you the link. What happened? Wait.
Waiting for a message. Message already seen.
don't like my face being the front and center, so I'll just reverse it for now. Have you joined? I'm waiting for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have joined. Nobody sitting over live stream. This is very well done. Yeah. You also share. You also share.
Wait, I'll then share it too, but I don't know how to share because oh no, I know how. I know how to share. No, I mean, okay. Now I understood how to share. Okay. Just a minute. I'll share it. But yeah, well, I wanted to talk. What are you doing right now? So let's talk about that. Right? Means what is the primary thing you're doing except studies? So don't say studies except that. What do you do?
I have started studying. I will start from Monday.
Please, I know that everybody has started studying.
No, I know. Nobody studies studying. They are studying. You have to do the practicals. You have to study the practicals.
Oh, I have to do the physics practical work. I have to do the physics project. What is that? Yeah. So yeah, I know, but my project was there was a problem actually in my project. That is, in my project, where is the link I sent you for the? Can I just resend the link that I sent you for the YouTube video? The YouTube one. No, yeah, I changed it to public. How can you do private? Okay, let's share it. I am except studying, I'm reading a lot more. I mean, I just started reading a book, very interesting book called The Shadow of God. It was very interesting. It's fantasy. It's an epic fantasy by John Wayne. And honestly, I'm going to have a review of it very soon. For that, I started reading Jujutsu Kaisen manga. And the first read, I missed so much of the manga. Like, literally so much was foreshadowed in the manga, and I missed it in the first time. And Yuji's character in the manga, the first time I read it, I felt like he was just not a worthwhile shonen character. But you know what? The second time around, I'm loving it because his character is all about death, right? How humans process death. That is a great thing that is explored through the manga, especially because Yuji, if you think about it, we don't know much about Yuji except that his grandpa died, and that's the only thing driving him. Except of the things that are driving him currently, we don't know much about his backstory. So I think that gives Gege Akutami a much more blank slate to work on, and yeah, I think I love Yuji as a character. Some people might disagree because I've seen the videos on how Yuji is just a trash character and that Kokotsu would have been a better character. I just don't agree. Yeah, so that is something.
You share the link, but you're not doing anything about it.
I know, I don't want to write anything. Whereas whoever sees it will probably make fun of me, so anyways. So except of reading more, I think I decided to write. Okay, that's something I can do. I can share with you the first few stanzas of a short story that I'm writing right now, and I have decided to do a audiobook recording of this and share it later on in YouTube. So I'll share a few lines or a few stanzas of the short story. The short story is called Silent Night. So I'll start reading. There was a silence in the night. A silence I couldn't quite understand. Maybe because I was being thrashed by a gargoyle. The gargoyle came near me, picked me up with its beaks, and threw me away. I saw the ground to meet me. Pain filled my head and then flowed into my body, my hands and legs. Confusion flooded my mind. At that moment, I could not remember who I was, where I was, or what I was doing there. I put my hand up to my forehead and pain exploded at the touch. I quickly drew back my hand and found it thick with blood. Suddenly, memory flooded in me. I was a Sani Troop, assassin of the Yu dynasty, and had been sent by the Yu to deliver a letter to Her Majesty Empress Xing Shah of Xing Empire. A message of war and of great desperation. My delivering of the message could turn the tide of the Thiliski, and my not delivering it could start several hundred more wars. The gargoyle sneered at me and hurled its claws towards me. I shifted, and the giant claws hissed past me. The gargoyle looked more agitated now. It was weird. The gargoyle had attacked me before. Hell, no gargoyle could see through my rift lock before this. Gargoyles were calm and passive creatures. It could only mean one thing. It was the work of a Tilmancer. So that is all I'll share of the short story that I'm writing. So, I don't know. I've not really written it much. Means I've not completely finished it. And not even the first draft, it's just the initial ideas I just did. I'm working on my dreams. I've been working on my series to write a book. It will be an epic fantasy written kind of like a master. That is the idea. I'm working. Okay, that is the idea, but I've been working at it for 2 years, right? And so yeah, that feels like I've been at it for quite some time. For 2 years working on a book that I don't even know when I'll write. Anyways, that is all about my writing career. I already failed before it has started. What are you doing at this moment? What are you doing at this? My eyes are burning up. Maybe because you're wearing a headphone. Okay, if you're actually, that is what I was actually doing. I did some analytics and then I started integration because help more out to the coaching and integration is something that will be like literally integration last month, I think, and yet I don't think I've even started integration. Like last 2 months I've been doing integration. The first month I did by myself, like no teacher was teaching it. No, last month means 1 month and a half I did myself. Right, so teacher was teaching me integration, I was just doing myself. And I thought, you know what, okay, integration is hard. I gave eventually some tests in integration, and I felt okay, integration is hard, but once my teacher started teaching me integration, it became times harder because I mean I didn't understand what I was doing when I was integrating or what to see and all. And then I started learning that okay, there are so much more theory than what I just studied. I literally have around 30 pages of notes, just theory notes, written for integration. It's the worst. AC, complete opposite. I did AC myself, right? I read AC myself and I did a few problems and all, and I felt, you know what, it's quite hard. It's very, very hard. And then my teacher comes along and he has not even started AC, okay. H.C. Verma, EMI, question number 28, I think. It was 28 or 24. okay, he just goes to that question and he says that, okay, this question is yet done EMI. And so we are doing the question, and none of us can do it. Okay, we have means we are all stuck at it, and then he gives us a little hint. Okay, do it like this. So we do it. With the hint he gave us, we do it with that. You know what? When we ended and when we finished the problem, it comes and tells us this problem you just did right, and whatever hint I gave, this is all you will need in AC. We're like, what? And like, yeah, this is AC. I will cover AC in one class. Like, AC will need one class because EMI has taken so many classes, and I'm all very surprised because like AC was that easy enough for us to imagine. A bit of easy with us, and it just was easy to understand. Conceptually, it was very easy. You read? Yes. What? What? Change asset. Changed asset. That is my accent. I don't have any other accent actually. Speak English more time. I actually speak English most of the time in house. So I don't know any other languages. I used to speak Hindi with friends before. Now to not at all. I speak Bengali with most of my friends. I speak English. Everyone is literally except I speak English with everyone else. Except my parents and my school friends, everyone is speaking English with. And so to me, English is kind of like the first language from the day I was born. I remember, growing up, I used to speak a lot of English more than anybody else in the house. And from there on, people accepted that I speak more English than others, and kind of grew up speaking English. And so, yeah, I'm not using a fake accent. Like the accent that you must have heard if you are from Mars is that in the classroom, right? When I'm reading, for example, I'll just yeah. So I'll just read a passage from Talent right here, just to show you kind of accent they are referring. You can see the excitement which the letter put me. I was half beside myself, and if ever I despised a man, it was old Tom Redder, who could do nothing but grumble and lament. Any of the under gatekeepers would gladly have changed places with him, but such was not the squire's pleasure, and the squire's pleasure was like law among them all. Nobody but old Redder would have dared so much as even to grumble. That is the accent. That is the accent. So that is the fake accent. This is the real accent, because I am Indian at the end of the day. I don't have a perfect English accent. And anyways, I grew up watching American cartoons, and I grew up reading American books and American radios and all. So my accent is more American than English anyways, in any case. Oh, Barun. Yeah, you all know him. Actually, what we are seeing and is we are expecting. We don't know what will happen. That is the truth, right? Even since my father is a teacher, I tried to get in touch with someone in NDA well, he don't met many people. I found one person and we could not reach him and he could not comment on this, right? He could not give us an official comment, unofficial comment, any sort. He could not give us. We told him that okay, we will not, reveal it to the public or anything. Would give us any, unofficial comment at least to what will happen. He said he had no comment, right? And I don't know anybody at UGC or CBSE or anything, so I know people at ICSC or CICSE, the council. I have not reached out to them so I will see what can be done or any information that can be extracted from anyone or any person or any place. But I honestly think nobody has that information anyways. Like to extract the information, we need the information in the first place. Nobody knows. The only people that do know, okay, I'll just go to you can all refer to an article by Times of India under the same name. I think it was some like UGC to merge with JEE and NEET. In that article, Times of India explains that it is a consensus board has been arranged, means that board is deciding right now to reach a consensus, basically if this proposal will go through or not. And actually it has been framed very weirdly. It feels, the way they have framed the news article, more like, okay, the consensus that will be reached, it will be for whether the proposal will be given or not. It feels more like that, because they are just saying like, okay, they are planning to prepare a proposal or something like that. Like, it's not very clear whether a proposal has been given, whether a consensus is definitely not taken. A consensus means a decision has not been taken yet. That is definite. But whether the proposal is given or not, that I am not sure on. I forgot to mention this at the start of the video, but I'm not sure. Yeah, because no, I checked 2 sites. I did not check like 100 sites or anything. I just checked 2 sites, News 18, Times of India. And both of them had pretty much the same type of news, and both of them said that like they're trying to prepare a proposal or something. I don't understand whether like the proposal has been given or not. I don't know.
But in the YouTube videos I have seen they have said that
Unacademy you leave. Unacademy, the Namo call, and he does not know anything. The person I trust is Ashish Arora sir from Physics Galaxy, right? I saw his video only, and that's how I came to know about the news. Actually, I saw his videos. His video was recommended, and I saw his video.
Okay. So I think it's 1 hour that we are talking.
Yes.
That topic is something if you allow.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Go ahead. What the hell is that?
Can I show?
Yes, please. But blindfolded. Blindfolded.
How can I do that? I don't practice that. But okay, let's try. Okay, let's try.
It's already arranged.
See, I'm seeing the okay. I am not seeing the fire waves. Okay, first I'm scrambling.
Okay.
Then let me see first. So it's gathered all over. Let's see.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Ready?
Yeah. Go.
Let me see. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Go.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Nobody can see that. Just a bit higher. Yeah, now go. Go.
Yes, doing it.
You know what? Just look and do it. You can look.
No, I'm not looking at it. Done.
That's crazy. I wish I had a talent like that to show, but I don't have a talent like that.
First
Can I stop when you scramble? Next time. So make it the most scrambled amount. Make it as scrambled as my scrambled eggs. I'm saying that make it as scrambled as my scrambled eggs.
So are you free tomorrow?
No, not because tomorrow to
Live stream next week after the exams.
after the practicals. Wait,
Yes, after the
just a
practicals,
minute.
we can do one Wednesday on reacting some YouTube videos. We can do that.
You know, I want to share another piece of. This is another short story I was writing, but it's not really a short story. It was supposed to be the last chapter of a book that I was writing, but I've decided not to write the book because it was not interesting to me anymore. So I'll kind of show you what I've written, okay, if that is okay. So here I go. The dark clouds stared down the blood-covered face of Stefan. He had promised to Melody, promised to Segan. He had promised. Looking ahead, he could see the mountains a few hundred miles away topple down, creating huge shock waves. He looked on either side of his shoulders. There was a stark similarity on either side. On either side, he could see the limp, scarlet, lifeless bodies of the people he once called friends. He once thought of them as family, even her. He trotted towards Dali. What was he going to say to Melody? Oh wait, he didn't need to. She laid next to Dali. A gust of wind hit his face. He looked towards east, where the mountains were still falling down, creating a coat of grey dust that covered till a few miles before him. The massive rock seemed to collapse in slow motion. He looked down. He could see a figure emerge out of the now settling dust. A slender, naked body, pale as the milk, silver long flowing hair, scarlet eyes, in vision lost in its own confusion and lost in the chaos. A huge gaping hole was in between the breasts. A darkness clung to her body. It was her. It was Elena. The void in her chest emitted a light glow that seemed to invite dark rather than light. There was a grim undertone to the rumbling sound of the falling winds that to Stefan sounded like the beating drum of a watch. He closed his eyes. Rage blinded him. Humiliation at not being strong enough. Rage at not being able to save Dal and others. Emotions which any sensible person would keep deep within himself, locked up in chains of forgetting, bubbled up inside Stephen. He left his bounds, broke through the chains of domination, broke through the ancient seal that had been based on Stefan 100,000 years ago, when he was still in his first cycle. Back when called Sage Strongheim, Derwin broke out. No longer felt pain. The emotion physical. He felt a numbness inside, and yet he felt as if in that instant the most control of his life he ever had. His body moved even before he told it to. However, the body moved in the exact right direction. He moved with a swiftness he never knew he had. Or he knew standing beside Elena. It seemed she wasn't aware either. How do you like that? Was it good? And only chances, right? And I come up with these insane but the process I tie down